NFL fans, welcome back to another episode of the J All Day Sports Show. In today's episode, we're going to go over our early look predictions for Week 15. We have a full slate of games as we wind down the regular season. This is going to be an extremely fun week. Our picks continue to dominate, guys. 8-3 so far this week. We lost the Bills game, the Titans, and the Bears, but we are continuing to crush it each and every week. 63 wins, 20 losses over the last 6 weeks. I am the best straight up pickers of games on YouTube. It's not even close. That's why you have to like and subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 13,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Let's get into my early look predictions for Week 15. All right, NFL fans, if you take a look at the screen, we're going to break down these games for Week 15. First, we're going to start off with the Thursday night game, the LA Rams, who had a big upset victory over the Buffalo Bills this week, and San Francisco 49ers, who looked pretty good, beating a horrific Chicago Bears team. So who wins this game? In a very important game in the NFC West. This division is still up for grabs. Seattle had a big win over Arizona, so Seattle's inching towards the top of this division. But if the Rams can win, they can kind of get right up there with the Seattle Seahawks. In my opinion, the way the offense was clicking this week, this is the Rams team I thought we were going to see over the last 4 or 5 weeks that we haven't seen. Matt Stafford looked great. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua really getting involved. The offensive line looked a lot better in this game against the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the LA Rams on the road. They're +3 underdogs right now, but I'm going with the Rams to get a big victory. I just think they're a better team. The 49ers are banged up. Even though they had a win over the Bears are just trash, guys. I'm going with the LA Rams. Next up, for the Sunday slate, this is a lot of games, guys, so bear with me. We're going to get through all 16 games. Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants. I'm taking the New York Giants. No. I'm totally kidding. The Ravens are going to dominate. 13.5 point spread. I love the Baltimore Ravens in this spot to get a victory. There's not a lot to say. This Giants team lost again to the New Orleans Saints, who are not very good. The Giants have still not won a game all year at home. I expect that to continue. The Ravens need this win badly to get themselves solidified in good position for the playoffs. I like the Baltimore Ravens in this spot. All right, NFL fans, the next game on the slate is the Washington Commanders on the road taking on the New Orleans Saints. This game's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I like the Commanders in the spot. The Commanders are coming off a bye. They had a big win 2 weeks ago. I really like the Commanders, giving this team some rest. 2 weeks to prepare for a Saints team that's just not very good. They barely could beat a terrible Giants team this past week and almost lost that game at the end. So I like the Commanders to win this game because it's a must-win game. If the Commanders want to make the playoffs, they absolutely have to win this game. It is a must-win spot for the Commanders. I expect them to get the W in Week 15. All right, NFL fans, the next game on the slate is a very interesting game. We have the Miami Dolphins on the road taking on the Houston Texans. I'm not a big believer in this Houston Texans team. The defense doesn't look great. The offensive line has been pretty bad. They're one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. I'm taking the underdog in the spot. I'm going with the Miami Dolphins to steal one late from the Houston Texans. The Miami Dolphins are winning a lot of games. They've won 4 out of their last 5. I love the Dolphins in this spot. The offense is starting to gel a little bit. I really like the Dolphins to get a W, steal one from the Texans at home. But the Texans have played really well at home this year, so this is going to be a very, very close game. Next up, we got the Chiefs versus the Browns. The Browns got blown out today by the Steelers. Cleveland's going home. Kansas City goes on the road. They're playing tonight in a little while versus the Chargers, so we'll have to see how that game goes. But for now, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs as long as they're healthy versus the Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston's kind of coming back down to earth, and I think it's going to be a close-ish game. I don't know if the Chiefs can really cover the spread in this spot, but I really think the Chiefs win this game. And luckily for them, the Bills lost, so they pretty much, if they win the next couple games, have locked up the number 1 seed, and that is not great for AFC teams. So I'm going to take the Chiefs in this spot. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals on the road taking on the Titans. Man, the Titans are an absolute dumpster fire. They need a new quarterback. Will Levis sucks at football. Will, if you see this, bro, I'm sorry. You are a career backup in the NFL. You are not an NFL starter. Sorry, bro. You're just not. They lost to the Jaguars today without Trevor Lawrence. You got beat by Mac Jones. Mac Jones! Come on, Will Levis. Dude, you are absolute trash. The Bengals win and dominate this game and blow the brakes off the Titans, who are an embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. We got the Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers played the Eagles very tough in this game. The Eagles did not cover that big 13.5-point spread. I'm picking the Carolina Panthers at home to steal one in a close game. This Cowboys team, offensively, they have no run game at all whatsoever. They have one wide receiver. Cooper Rush is not that dude. If I was the Cowboys, I would just let Trey Lance play and see what you got. Because Cooper Rush, he's not that dude. He will never be that dude. I like the Carolina Panthers to win this game at home. Vegas thinks it's pretty even too with the 1-point spread. I like the Panthers in this spot. Next up, we got the New York Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to go with the Jets on the road to win this game because the Jaguars are just so bad and Mac Jones sucks. That's why I just think Will Levis needs to go. They need to draft a quarterback, trade for a quarterback, sign Sam Darnold, do anything to make sure Will Levis is not the quarterback of the Titans moving forward. This is going to be a pretty close game. The Jets played the Miami Dolphins very, very tough. And Mac Jones leading the Jaguars, they're just not very good at all whatsoever. I think the Jets win this game, even though it seems like a lot of the Jets players are kind of phoning it in, making business decisions, playing at 75-80%. This is going to be a horrific game to watch. I would not be watching this game if I didn't cover the NFL. This game's going to suck. But I'm going to go with the Jets to win this game. Another fun game, a very, very fun game. We got the Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. The Colts are on the road, but they are coming off a bye. So this game is going to be interesting, right? The Denver Broncos play really good defense, led by rookie quarterback Bo Nix. He's a pretty solid player, very well-coached team. Both of these teams are very, very well-coached, but the Colts have been dealing with a lot of injuries on the offensive line, not really been able to get the run game going with Jonathan Taylor. Anthony Richardson continues to complete less than 60% of his passes. You got to go play in Denver, which is a really tough place to play with the thin air there. It's going to be freezing cold. If Anthony Richardson has trouble throwing 60% of his passes for completions at home in domes, what is he going to do in the freezing cold weather? I'm taking the Broncos for show. This game's going to be super exciting. Buffalo Bills, Detroit Lions, OMG, a potential Super Bowl preview game, but that Buffalo Bills defense looked like an absolute dumpster fire today. Playing zone defense the whole time, and Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and Matt Stafford just shredded them. 40 points they gave up in 3 quarters. Oh my gosh. Make some adjustments, guys. Make some adjustments. 3 quarters of you in zone getting torched. No adjustments made. What the F is going on, Buffalo? Make some adjustments. They're on the road taking on the Detroit Lions. The over's at 53.5. I knew it was going to be heavy. They probably go over that, man. Remember, the Detroit Lions have 13 guys. 13 on defense on IR. That's why I'm picking the underdog. I'm going Buffalo Bills to win this game on the road, bounce back after a tough loss, playing the Rams on the road. I like Buffalo in the spot. I think they put up a lot of points, man. Josh Allen. For me, the MVP is between Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley. Everyone else is just playing for second place and third place. I love it. Buffalo Bills get a victory on the road here, guys. Next up, Pittsburgh Steelers. Philadelphia Eagles. Man, oh man, oh man. The Pennsylvania Bowl between the Steelers and the Eagles. Man, the Panthers played the Birds tough today, man. Tough, gritty win. Didn't look great on defense or offense. Man, Cooper DeJean kind of had a welcome to the NFL moment. Veteran Adam Thielen ate that dude's breakfast all day long, man. It was crazy. Torching him all over the field. Pittsburgh's been on a roll. They're scoring a lot of points against, the Bengals isn't a quality defense, but Cleveland's defense before this week had been playing pretty good-ish. And Pittsburgh continues to score a lot of points. It's going to be a very close game, but I'm going with the Birds at home. It's really tough to play in Philly. That crowd's going to be going crazy. And if the Lions lose, the Eagles have the potential to sneak in and knock on the door for that first round bye. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles, E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles, to get a big W next week at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be a tough game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, LA Chargers. I like the Chargers at home. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is trash, man. They are not very good at all whatsoever. They did play a little bit better today against the Raiders, but the Raiders are the Raiders for a reason, right? The Raiders are just minus Brock Bowers. That offense needs a complete facelift. Beverly Hills style. Just cut everything out and put all kinds of weird stuff in my face. LA Chargers get the W, guys. Next up, New England Patriots, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona's been reeling. They've lost 3 games in a row. They haven't been looking great. I think they bounced back here at home versus a New England team coming off a bye, but they're just not a very good team. And if the Cardinals want to stay alive in this very highly contested, mediocre NFC West, they got to win this game. Must-win game for Arizona. I like Arizona in this spot. Sunday night game, Packers-Seahawks. This is going to be a great game, but I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. I just think they're a better overall team. Hopefully, Jair Alexander will be back. That defense did not look good at all versus Detroit. They really missed Jair Alexander. He's an elite cornerback, and when you have a guy like that on your roster that's out, you really, really pay for it, and that's what the Lions made them do, right? They paid for not having Jair Alexander in the lineup. The Seahawks, it's always really, really tough to play in Seattle, man. That weather sucks. It's cold, it's wet, it's damp, it's windy. But the Packers are used to playing in that shitty weather, right? I'm going with the Packers to win this game on the road. Then, this week, we got the double Monday special. We got 2 games on Monday Night Football. The Bears take on the Vikings. Yo, you guys better jump on this line early. This line right now, 7 points. The Bears suck. The Bears are terrible. All that talent on that team, and they continue to suck balls. Huge, gigantic, planet-size balls. The Bears, if I was a Bears fan, man, I would just leave Chicago. If I was a football fan and lived in Chicago, I'm out. I'm leaving Chicago because they are a dumpster fire, man. Caleb Williams, OMG. Let's see who the new coach is next year, but the guy who took over didn't do any better of a job, man. Oh, my goodness. That organization is an absolute joke. All right, guys. Minnesota Vikings win this game. They cover that 7-point spread. You guys jump all over that line. Only a 7-point line, and it's minus 345. The Vikings win that game at home all day long. Not even close. Falcons, Raiders. The Falcons have been seriously reeling. Kirk Cousins has regressed considerably. I don't know. Are they going to win the division? Probably not. I don't know. The NFC South is so bad. Could we see a Michael Penix Jr. get a start in this spot? Maybe, because Kirk Cousins has not looked good. He's not leading this team to victories. The Falcons, however, cannot rush the passer at all whatsoever, so they're just getting picked apart all day long. Kirk Cousins throws picks and picks and picks and more picks. It's ridiculous. But the Raiders are the Raiders. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons to get the W. All right, guys, that's my early predictions for Week 15. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.